didn't matter what he thought of her as a woman. She needed his professional assistance. Her brother was in trouble. She knew it deep in her soul. Mikey had disappeared, and Chase was among the few people she trusted to help her find him. Chase owned Maximum Security, a firm that specialized in private investigation, bail enforcement, personal protection, business, and residential security. She had done her homework, knew he had offices in Phoenix and San Diego, as well as here in Dallas. Chase was wildly successful, his reputation impeccable. No matter his opinion of her, he had once been a close friend of her brother's, a man Michael trusted completely. She needed Chase's help, and she was determined to convince him. She wouldn't give up until she did. Standing next to Chase, Marla Chambers, his date for the evening, took a drink of her martini. "You don't look like you're having a very good time," she said. "Should I be insulted?" His mouth edged up. "Sorry, I was thinking about a case. I can't seem to get it off my mind." "The missing teenage girl?" He'd mentioned her earlier. He nodded. "Tammy Bennett. Her parents think she's been kidnapped. They've managed to convince the police, who are in the middle of an all-out search. I think she's a runaway." "Are you working for the parents?" "No. I just happened to hear something on the street today. I'd like to check it out." She eyed him with speculation. "And you're wishing you were doing that now, instead of being here with me." He hated to admit she was right. His gaze ran over the attractive brunette he had been seeing for the past couple of weeks. He enjoyed Marla's company, enjoyed her in bed, but it wasn't serious for either of them, and he kept thinking of the missing 14-year-old, a story that had been all over the news. She's just a kid. If my source is right, she's in very big trouble, and I might be able to find her. I don't suppose you could let the police handle it? I could. I need to check it out first, make sure the tip is real. Marla shook her head, went up on her toes, and kissed his cheek. Then you'd better go. What about you? You don't look like you're ready to leave. I'm a big girl. I'll stay a while longer, catch a cab when it's time to go home. Chase set his scotch down on one of the linen-draped tables. Thanks, Marla. I appreciate this. Call me tomorrow. Let me know what happens. If I'm right, you'll see it on the news. Chase left Marla chatting with a friend and headed for the door. As he made his way through the throng of elegantly dressed men and women, an attractive blonde caught his eye. Slender figure, porcelain skin, big blue eyes. She looked familiar. As the puzzle pieces slid together, he recognized her. Harper Winston, the younger sister of his best friend in college. As a teenager, Harper had been pretty. Looking at her tonight, seeing her for the first time in years, he realized she had grown into a beautiful woman. Unfortunately, she was a Winston. Her father, Knox Winston, was one of his least favorite people. Ruthless in business, his crooked dealings had made him a very wealthy man. But worse than his shady business enterprises was the mental abuse he'd heaped on his son that had put Michael on a downward spiral into drugs and effectively destroyed his friendship with Chase. Chase had steered clear of the Winstons ever since. He remembered hearing Harper had moved to Houston some years back. After that, he'd lost track of her and Michael, and he intended to keep it that way. Though he had to admit, as he took in Harper's sleek curves and shiny silver blonde hair, he wouldn't mind taking her to bed. Even if the lady was of a similar mind, renewing his connection with the Winstons was the last thing he wanted. Besides, as he thought back on it, Harper had a reputation for being as cool and remote as she looked. On his way out the door, he passed her. For an instant, her gorgeous blue eyes slid over him, and Chase felt a jolt of heat he hadn't expected. He wouldn't pursue it. Sleeping with Harper Winston, no matter how good it might be, just wasn't worth it.